adding and subtracting algebraic terms. Now I'm going to simplify each of these expressions, and as I'm doing so, I want you to see if you can notice a particular pattern on how to do this. Okay, 3x plus 2x gives 5x. 9x squared minus 3x squared gives 6x squared. 2ab plus 7ab minus 3ab gives 6ab. 10x squared y minus 6x squared y gives 4x squared y. Now you'll notice in each of these algebraic expressions there were a number of terms. Each was separated by a plus or minus sign. And what we did, we were able to collect these terms to form a single one. Now the only way we can do this is if the terms contain the same variable and same power. So here, for example, we have x, and x means x to the power of 1, x to the power of 1 is the variable and power. They are the same, therefore we can collect the coefficients in front of the variable. And in this case, it's 3 and 2. And we add them together and we get 5. And we keep the same variable and power. Same thing here, we have 9x squared minus 3x squared. Both these terms have the same variable and power, x squared. And all we do is collect the number in front of the variable, which is the 9 and the minus 3, and we get 6. And then, of course, we keep the same variable and power. The same thing here, we have AB, 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 same variable and power. And we just add the 2 plus the 7 and then subtract the 3 to get 6. And we keep the same variable and power, AB. And the same thing here. 10 minus 6 gives 4, x squared, y. Now, terms which have the same variable and same power are called like terms. So these are like terms, these are like terms, all these are like terms, and these here as well. Now that's the rule for adding or subtracting algebraic terms. And here's the summary. Terms of the same variable and same power are called like terms. Like terms can be combined to form a single term by adding or subtracting the coefficients of the term, then keeping the same variable and same power. So let's look at some more examples. We want to simplify these expressions. Now number A here, we have 9x squared minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 2x. Now let's isolate the terms which are like terms. As you can see, 9x squared minus 4x squared, they are like terms and they are already together. So we could just put a set of brackets around them to indicate we're going to collect these. Same with the 6x and the plus 2x, they are like terms as well, xx. So now what we do, we collect them. 9x squared minus 4x squared. 9 minus 4 is 5. X squared, keep the same variable and power, so we get 5x squared. We now collect the 6x plus 2x. 6 plus 2 gives 8. And the x variable just stays as is. Number B here. Now we have many terms in this expression, so we need to collect them together, put them next to each other. Now we've got minus 3x squared and a plus 10x squared. So now let's put them next to each other. We have plus 10x squared minus 3x squared. Now we have a 5x and an x. They are like terms. So let's put them next to each other. 5x plus x. And now we have minus 11 and, have plus 11 and minus 8. I put them together. So now all we do is just collect them. We have 10x squared minus 3x squared gives 7x squared. Now let's collect these like terms, 5x plus x. Now don't forget, that means a 1x. That means 1x there, so 5 plus 1 gives 6x, plus now 11 minus 8 is 3. Okay, number C, we have 7 minus 7a squared minus 4x plus 2a squared. So again, we're going to isolate the like terms. We have a minus 7a squared plus 2a squared. So let's write them together. We have a minus 4x and we have a plus 7. Now there's no other terms that are like to minus 4x and 7. So we just write them as it is there. Now I collect the like terms. You only collect terms which are like ones. So we have 2a squared minus 7a squared gives minus 5a squared. 2 minus 7 gives minus 5. Minus 4x plus 7. And number D. Now here we have many terms in this expression. So let's isolate the like terms and write them together. We've got minus x to the power of 3 minus 7x to the power of 3. So let's isolate these and put them together. And you put brackets around there because we're going to collect those later. Now we have x squared terms. We have plus 12x squared minus 6x squared. So plus 12x squared minus 6x squared. And we also have a minus x squared. So we're going to collect those, put brackets around there to indicate that. And now here we have a 5 and a minus 6. So plus 5 minus 6. We're going to collect those. So now let's collect the x to the power of 3 terms. We have minus 1x to the power of 3 minus 7x to the power of 3. So minus 8x to the power of 3. Let's collect the x squared terms now. We have 12x squared minus 6x squared is 6x squared. Minus x squared will give plus 5x squared. And we have 5 minus 6 minus 1. And that's it there. Now, if you want to, it's up to you. You don't have to do this middle step here. You can, by analyzing and isolating in your mind the like terms, and then actually write down the terms or the result immediately. So, for example, I can go minus x to the power of 3 minus 7x to the power of 3. Well, that's minus 8x to the power of 3, so I write that down immediately there. And then I can see, okay, we have a 12x squared, a minus 6x squared, and a minus x squared. So 12x squared minus 6x squared is 6x squared, minus x squared is 5x squared, so you write that immediately. And then you simply go 5 minus 6, negative 1. But as I said, to minimize errors, I would suggest to do this middle line here. Okay.